Your English teacher taught you however. Native speakers say, that said. Your textbook taught you, I believe you. Native speakers say, I'll take your word for it. Your course taught you, of course. Native speakers say, goes without saying. Today, we close that gap. 10 phrases, real English, starting now.
Welcome back to Speak English with Mounir. I'm Laura, and I have been looking forward to this episode for so long because when I first started watching English movies and series, I kept hearing things that I could not find in any textbook. And I would pause, rewind, listen again, and still not quite understand why a native speaker said it that way.
And that gap between the English that is taught and the English that is actually spoken is one of the biggest sources of frustration for learners at every level. You can pass an exam with perfect grammar and still feel completely lost in a real conversation. Because real conversation runs on phrases, on chunks of language, not on grammar rules.
And today, every single phrase we share is one that native speakers use multiple times every single day, in every kind of conversation, at work, at home, with friends, with strangers. These are not advanced idioms. They are everyday currency.
Let's go. Phrase number 1. That said. You will hear this constantly, and it means everything I just said is true, but here's an important addition or contrast. The project was difficult. That said, the results were worth it. It is a sophisticated connector. It sounds intelligent and balanced, and it replaces however in a way that feels completely natural and conversational.
I started using that said, and I immediately noticed that people responded to me differently. It signals that you are thinking carefully, that you see multiple sides, and that you're not just reacting, but actually reflecting.
Phrase 2. Fair enough. This is possibly the most useful two-word phrase in the English language. It means I understand your point, I accept it, even if I don't fully agree, and I'm not going to argue about it. I can't make it tonight, sorry. Fair enough, next time. It closes disagreements gracefully. It acknowledges the other person's position, and it moves everything forward.
And it is almost impossible to say fair enough in a way that sounds rude. It's inherently diplomatic. Every conversation that ends with fair enough ends on a positive note.
Phrase 3. With weight. I'll take your word for it. This means I cannot verify what you said, but I trust you enough not to question it. Apparently, the restaurant is amazing. I'll take your word for it. I've never been. It's warm, it's trusting, and it shows you're not the kind of person who challenges everything someone says. Native speakers use it constantly, and it always lands well.
Phrase 4. With humor. It's not rocket science. This one is so fun. It means this is not as complicated as it seems. It's actually quite simple. You say it when something is being overthought. How do I apologize to her? Just be honest. It's not rocket science. It has a warm, teasing quality that native speakers use with people they are close to, and it always gets a laugh.
Phrase 5. Practical and clear. Bear with me. You use this when you need someone to be patient for a moment. Bear with me 1 second. I'm just pulling up the file on my computer. Or on a phone call, bear with me 1 second. I need to check something. It's infinitely more natural than wait, please, and it shows respect for the other person's time while asking them to be patient.
Phrase 6. Modern and vivid. That tracks. This is a more modern phrase that you will hear constantly in casual and professional conversations. It means, that makes sense, that's logical, I believe that. She left the company after what happened? Yeah, that tracks, honestly. It signals that the information fits with what you already know, and it sounds effortlessly fluent.
No wonder. This is used when something suddenly makes sense, when a reason explains a result perfectly. He barely slept last night. No wonder he looks exhausted. It is 2 small words, but they carry enormous expressiveness. They show that you are engaged, that you understand, and that the connection is obvious to you. Native speakers use it instinctively, and it always sounds warm and human.
You're telling me. This is the phrase for agreement that goes beyond simple agreement. It means not only do I agree, I feel this even more strongly than you do. This coffee queue is so long. You're telling me I've been here 20 minutes. It creates instant connection and solidarity. It says, you and I are experiencing the same thing right now, and I validate your frustration completely. Native speakers love it because it is both agreement and shared experience at once.
I'll let you get to it. This is the graceful way to end a conversation, especially when you can see the other person is busy or needs to get back to work. Instead of awkwardly trailing off, instead of saying, okay, then, well, bye, you say, I can see you're busy. I'll let you get to it. It shows awareness, it shows respect for their time, and it leaves every conversation on a high note that makes people want to talk to you again.
And phrase 10 goes without saying. This means this is so obvious that it does not even need to be mentioned, but I am mentioning it anyway for clarity. Punctuality goes without saying in a professional environment. Or used casually, it goes without saying, I'll be there. It adds authority and emphasis simultaneously, and it is the kind of phrase that immediately makes you sound articulate and confident.
10 phrases, all used every single day. None of them taught in standard courses, all of them immediately available to you starting from this conversation. And here's the most important thing I want you to take from today. Fluency is not built by learning more words. It's built by learning the right phrases, the ones that native speakers actually use, and practicing them until they feel like yours.
And every one of these 10 phrases is a small upgrade to how you sound in English. Not a grammar rule, not a vocabulary word, a living, breathing piece of the language as it is actually spoken every single day by real people in real conversations.
Vocabulary section.
That said, used to introduce a contrast or addition to what was just said. For example, it was challenging. That said, I learned so much from it.
Fair enough. Accepting someone's point or decision without argument. For example, I see your point. Fair enough. Let's do it your way.
Bear with me. Asking someone to be patient for a short moment while you do something. For example, bear with me 1 second. I'm just finding the right page.
That tracks. That makes sense or fits logically with what I already know. For example, she quit after what happened? Yeah, honestly, that tracks.
No wonder. Used when a reason explains a result so clearly it seems obvious. For example, he trained every day for a year. No wonder he won the competition.
You're telling me. Strong agreement showing you feel the same situation even more intensely. For example, this traffic is unbelievable. You're telling me I've been stuck here an hour.
I'll let you get to it. A graceful way to end a conversation when someone is busy. For example, I can see you have a lot on. I'll let you get to it. Talk soon.
Goes without saying. Something so obvious it barely needs to be stated. For example, the presentation needs to be professional. That goes without saying.
Your challenge this week, pick 3 of today's 10 phrases. Just 3, and use each one at least once in a real conversation this week. Not in your head, out loud, for real. Then come back and tell us which 3 you chose and how it went. We will read every single comment.
The difference between sounding like a learner and sounding like a speaker is not how many words you know. It's whether the words you use are the ones real people actually say. Now you have 10 more of them. Use them. Own them. Sound natural.
Subscribe so you never miss a new episode, and we'll see you next time.
Goodbye, everyone, and go use those phrases.
Your progress doesn't end here. To continue advancing your English skills, click on the next video or explore the additional videos we've thoughtfully selected for you.